Hello, I'm Dr. J. Abraham. Today I just want to ask a question to the non-vegetarians. Do we eat muscle or meat? That's a puzzling question. Because you might think, is there any difference between muscle and meat? Yes, there is. A lot of difference. There is considerable difference in the color, in juiciness, in flavor, and in texture between muscle and meat. So how do we convert the muscle to meat? Yes, it requires a lot of biochemical reactions to happen. A lot of biochemical reactions only convert the muscles to meat. In life, normally, for doing any work, or even for respiration or for the circulation or for the homeostasis, you require the muscles to contract and relax. That is a continuous process. And you require energy for doing this work, for contraction and relaxation. The energy is stored in the muscle as glycogen. And the energy is released by lysis of glycogen. And that is called as glycolysis. But in life, it is a different type, a normal type of glycolysis, that is aerobic glycolysis, because the glycolysis takes place in the presence of oxygen. But after slaughter or after death, what happens is the muscles are trying to retain the integrity of the muscles, and for homeostasis, they continue to work. They continue to contract and relax. So they require energy even after slaughter, even after death. So the same way, glycogen has to be lysed and glycolysis has to happen. But after death, what happens is that glycolysis takes place without the presence of oxygen, because there is no more blood circulation and there is no more oxygen supply. So that is called as the anaerobic glycolysis. The result of the anaerobic glycolysis is that it produces lactic acid. And slowly, because of the anaerobic glycolysis, the lactic acid accumulates in the muscle. So the pH changes. The normal pH of muscle is around 7 or 7.2. And that becomes slowly, it declines. And in healthy animal, the pH level will come down to 5.6. There is no more energy left in the muscle, and so there is no more anaerobic glycolysis happening, and there is no more lactic acid present. So at that stage, it is the ultimate pH. So the pH will not go down. But for the conversion of muscles to meat, you require a lot of other reactions to take place. And at that stage, where the actin and myosin, the muscle filaments, are bound together as actomyosin, the stiffness of the body happens. And that is called as the stiffness after death, or rigor mortis. And at this stage of rigor mortis, the toughness of the meat is the hardest. It is most tough at that period of rigor mortis. And the water holding capacity, or which is related to juiciness, is the least at that stage. Normally, under our Indian conditions, we get the meat, the so-called meat, at this stage of rigor mortis, or around that period only. So the meat which we cook will be tough, it will be less juicy, it will be hard also. So for the complete conversion of muscle to meat, you require further several biochemical reactions to happen. And that is the action of proteolytic enzymes. The enzymes which are released in the body for lysing the proteins, like actomycin is a protein combination, and the integrity of the muscle is being disintegrated. So that is required. That normally happens, but in modern slaughterhouses, there is provision for chilling of the carcass or conditioning of the carcass. That is a process by which you convert the muscle to meat completely. At ideal temperatures of 4 degrees centigrade, the chill temperature, the carcasses will be kept or stored for conditioning for about 24 to 48 hours. And that completely changes the color of the muscle. The normal color of the muscle will be pinkish or light pink. But the actual color of meat will be red or pink. The color of muscle will be purplish, not pinkish. It is purplish or light purplish, whereas the color of meat is red or pink. The pH slowly increases. So from 5.6, it may come to 6 or 6.2, like that. So it slowly increases. The water holding capacity increases. The juiciness increases. The flavor changes. And so we get the actual meat after conditioning of the carcass. So that is required to taste or realize the real taste and flavor of meat. So actually in India, what we require is modern slaughterhouses having scientific facilities for hygienic slaughter and for conditioning of the carcass, so that there is complete conversion of muscle to meat. Thank you.